That's another thing. Toronto's like, Canada's a great place to invest in. It is. But it's just like it has to start acting its age. It's the third largest city in North America, well, excluding Mexico City, in Canada, America, right? It's the third largest city. We had the MGM Grand knocking on our door, and they wanted to build a big casino and whatnot. That would create a lot of jobs just to build it, right? And that was 5,000 unionized jobs. I'm not a big union guy, but whatever. They're 5,000 good paying jobs. We need a new event center anyways, because I don't know, the ACC's not that great. I'm not gonna lie to you. And not only that, but it also would help us develop the lakeshore, and it also says Toronto's open for business, right? And it would bring a lot of American dollars. A lot of people from Montreal, all across the country, would come to the MGM Grand to check it out, right? That sends a message to the world. Toronto is open for business, right? If the MGM Grand comes knocking on our door again, we got a new mayor, John Tory. He's more than likely to pay ball. That's a lot of construction jobs just to build that, and that's 5,000 good paying jobs just to operate the facility. And another thing, right? Toronto is more than capable of supporting an NFL team. I don't give a fuck what the I don't know. This is a message to the NFL commissioner. Our Leafs have done great. Leafs fan will pay outrageous prices no matter who if they're winning or losing. People are tired. Our Raptors have done well, right? And our Jays, our Jays have done well. They're up and down here, but people we're all very proud of them. If you had an NFL team here in Toronto, that would be an NFL team for all of Canada. You could build it right in Vaughan because it's a centralized location. It's accessible for everyone. GO Train, Oshawa, Hamilton, downtown. Everyone can get to it, and that would help. Just to build that. That's a lot of jobs to operate the facility, let alone, and then the people pouring into the stands, the merchandising and stuff like that. People would go nuts for that. People in Canada would love an NFL team, and in Toronto we could support it. The thing is, though, you build a fan base first, and then you gouge the fans, right? And then you build the fan base first, and then you gouge them, and then they'll pay. People in Toronto pay all kinds of money for tickets for a team they love. That's just one of those. It's just crazy. Like the Leafs, they got a good team now. No offense against Matt Sundin or anything like that, but they were paying ridiculous amounts of money for a team that was just, well, we'll just put it this way. No man is an island unto himself, right? But we could definitely support an NFL team now for all of Canada in Toronto. Let's do it, right? And let alone the construction jobs just to build that stadium and to maintain it too, right? That's a great thing. So Canada is a great place to invest in, but it's got to start inviting opportunity to come knock on its door. And even imagine this: Toronto holds the Super Bowl. We get to showcase the whole city, and it would be the opposite of SARS. It would just reinvigorate our travel and tourism, our hotel industry. It would help it a lot, but you have to cooperate. Like when opportunity comes knocking at the door, invite it to come in. The MGM was a great opportunity, and it could really help develop our lakeshore. And once that would get in place, it also other things would come. It's like the very first thing on Barrie, on the south end, that developed Barrie on the south end. I'll tell you one thing. What it was? Walmart. They built a Walmart. We thought it was the greatest thing. And all these other things kind of traveled around it. All these other restaurants and things kind of were built up around it. Walmart built the south end of Barrie. And then came Costco and all these other things, right? That's what developed south end of Barrie. So if we were to put the MGM Grand on Lakeshore, that would just be, and not even that, they'd probably develop winter activities and stuff like that. They're entertainment people. That's what they specialize in, right? So it would be great, and it would be, I love the Budweiser stage, but it would be a great entertainment facility that we could have year round, like January, February. We've got the we got the Budweiser Sage to the right of it. We've got the, I don't know what the hell it is now. I don't know. It used to be the Docks nightclub. It's the same thing, just a rebranding. We got that. It's a great entertainment complex there, plus the MGM Grand. Then probably we could build that big Ferris wheel that the Ford brothers wanted to build in the long run, but we could start doing that and it'd really help out our economy, right? But that was 5,000, like just to build it was a lot of jobs. That was 5,000 good paying jobs, that would be permanent positions that we threw away. That was foolish. So this is an invitation to the MGM Grand. I'm sure if you'd like to come, we've got a new mayor, John Tory. He's great. I mean, I love Doug, but to throw that away was actually quite foolish. John Tory, talk to John Tory, right? He means business. Toronto means business, and so does Ontario. So we would love to do that, right? And that way we could showcase our beautiful city that we just gave it a new facelift. It looks so beautiful, I don't even recognize it now. But yeah, so that's definitely something to consider. But if you want to, if you are always like Ontario's a great place to invest in, those are things you want to consider, right? Another thing we should definitely consider doing, there's a housing crisis, right? We need to start 3D printing the shell of the building, right? And take off our height building restriction, right? We need to start building up like London, like our counterparts in London. We need to start building way up. And we need to start utilizing 3D printing. They can automate bricklayers and stuff like that now. So it's just like, these are things we need to start taking advantage of, right? Because it's going to cut down on the price of the building. I don't know what to say, man, but like this, we have a housing crisis, and this could help out, right? And another thing, Maxime Bernier, because we are going through a housing crisis right now. Stop mass immigration. That's another thing. That's a big thing there, because we can't afford to take in a whole mass of immigrants, because we already have a housing crisis as it is, right? So we can't afford to take in like a whole shitload of immigrants, right? And when we don't even need to do that. We need to start automating more things, right? The shit jobs that nobody wants to do. Send in the drones, man. I don't know how to put it to you, but those are my thoughts today. That, and there's no shame. Don't let any of those, Mobies or any of those lesbianic, nothing wrong with being a lesbian, but the certain type, right? Shit, slut shaming. Big boobs are awesome, right? Don't let anyone ever bring you down. If you want to get a big set of stackers, you got a fan right here. BOBB right here. I love big boobs, and I'm not a moron, right? Maximum Magazine will try and tell you the perfect boob size. Put it this way, Maximum Magazine, you're out of touch, right? Because unless they're all naturally, double D's are 20 years ago, right? We're on to like double E's, double F's, double G's, 8 double H cups, right? Big boobs are great, and don't let anyone tell you different. They're great. If you got young, right? You're really young, and you got a great set, rocking for you. But I love big boobs. And, I'll even do something for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. I love big boobs so much, but I love big juggernaut type boobs, right? Then there's nothing to be ashamed of, right? So just remember, girls, it's not about fitting in, it's about standing out. And, a great set of juggernauts, well, you stand out in my mind, and that's very important. I think big tits are great. I'm Brad Duncan. I support this message.